2 people have been injured after a package that was being opened at a city department exploded.
According to a 911 report, there has been an explosion in one of the human resources offices out there.
The package explodes, burning 3 people, forcing an evacuation. Police and firefighters in the Northeast Valley rushed to the scene. It happened in a Scottsdale city office.
Tonight, we're told the package that blew up had been mailed to a City of Scottsdale employee.
I'm a former high-ranking public official, and I want to tell you a story regarding an incident that happened with me that changed my life forever. It was like any other February day in Scottsdale, Arizona, where at work I returned from lunch and was presented a package that was addressed to me. As I looked at the package, I received this package while I was having an informal conversation with some colleagues, and we joked about the package, someone sending me a package, that it couldn't be a good thing. Nonetheless, I excused myself, walked over to my office area where my secretary, whose office located outside my door, was there at her desk, and I asked her for a pair of scissors. She provided me the scissors, and I began to open this package. And as I began to open the package, I started to think about the conversation I had before. Set the package up on the counter, which was right about eye level with my secretary, and began to open it with the scissors. I thought it was odd that the package was heavily wrapped. So I proceeded down the short sides on both sides, and I went down the long side, and I got halfway down and I thought, well, what could this package be? So I kindly ignored that and proceeded to finish opening the package. And as I stuck my hand inside the lid of this package, which was a cardboard box, I lifted the tab and holy hell broke out. Immediately I felt the stinging sensation in my hand. I looked around and noticed that the window in front of me was riddled, shattered from one end to the other. I'd heard this pop that preceded the pain, and I thought, what's going on here? And I knew that something had happened and I needed to get away. So I pushed the box away, ran down the hall, and as I kneeled down and looked down the hall, I noticed the smoke bellowing from the ceiling. I remembered that the windows were shattered. I could hear women screaming, and I noticed that I was bleeding. My hand and the pain in my hand was so horrible. It's unlike anything I've ever experienced. And in fact, the pain was so significant in my finger that I didn't notice that a section of my forearm had been removed as a result of this injury. As I sit there on my knees, having run down the hall, I look back and I see that the smoke is bellowing down the hall. I reflect on the damage that I saw to the windows, and it occurred to me that this was a mail bomb. Someone indeed had sent me a mail bomb. After being transported to the hospital that night, I'm seeing my picture on the news and the reporters talking about me being the victim of a mail bomb attack. And I know that I have uniformed police officers outside of my room, and I'm beginning to wonder, what is this all about? Think about it. Someone said that the chances of any of us receiving a mail bomb is 1 in 22 billion chances. And had I opened that package at a different angle from what I did, the 2-inch hole that occurred in the countertop would have been in my chest. So the natural question for me was, why was I the target? Why me? Once news surfaced regarding the mail bomb attack and that I was the target, many speculated right away that because of my role as the director of the Office of Diversity and Dialogue, I was targeted because of my skin color. I wasn't buying into that. And that's why that's not part of my DNA. But I had to face the realization as I looked at the news the night of the bombing, and I saw my picture on the television, and the surreality of knowing that there are police officers sitting outside at my room, and I was enrolled in a hospital under a fake name. This was different for me. But I still had to wonder, why me? Well, I got my answer in February 2012, when Dennis and Daniel Mahon were arrested for sending the bomb. Two avowed white supremacists who I'd never met, never talked with, had targeted me because I represent everything they hate. As a person of color and representing the government and as a diversity advocate, I became a target of Dennis and Daniel Mahon. Now, I'll probably never forget Dennis and Daniel Mahon, but my life philosophy has evolved around the quote of life is 10% what happened to you, 90% how you react. I will always pursue the positive disposition in dealing with life challenges, and this incident has prompted me to test my convictions towards that philosophy. As we move forward, I will continue to utilize the platform of advocating, educating others about diversity in a way that allows us to create an environment of respect and inclusion for everyone. My name is Don Logan, and this is my story.